Welcome back to the channel, where we break down the hidden moves, silent strategies, and shadow games shaping tomorrow's world, and today's story is one you won't hear explained this clearly anywhere else. In 2026, as the war map keeps shifting, Ukraine's deep intelligence networks have exposed what many feared but few could prove. Russia's long game in Belarus is far more dangerous, calculated, and strategic than it appears on the surface. At first glance, Belarus looks like a loyal ally, a quiet neighbor firmly under Moscow's influence. But Ukrainian intelligence paints a much darker picture. According to deep intelligence assessments, Russia is not simply using Belarus as a friendly partner.
Let's review the critical
It
points.
is transforming the country into a forward operating platform, a military buffer, and a political hostage all at the same time. This is not about defense. This is about control, pressure, and preparation for future conflict scenarios. Ukraine's intelligence suggests that Russia's core objective is to turn Belarus into a permanent military extension of the Russian Federation without officially annexing it. By keeping Belarus technically independent, Moscow avoids additional sanctions while still enjoying full strategic access. Russian forces are allegedly embedded deep inside Belarusian command structures, influencing training schedules, logistics chains, and even internal security operations.
Mom, is
This
everything
allows
going to
Russia
be
to move
okay?
troops, missiles, and equipment rapidly toward NATO borders or Ukraine's northern axis without raising immediate red flags. One of the most alarming findings involves missile infrastructure. Ukrainian intelligence reports indicate that Russia has been quietly upgrading airfields and storage facilities across Belarus to accommodate dual-capable missile systems. These systems can carry conventional or nuclear payloads, creating deliberate ambiguity. This uncertainty alone acts as psychological warfare, forcing NATO and Ukraine to constantly assume the worst-case scenario. The presence of such systems dramatically shortens response times for neighboring countries, shifting the entire strategic balance in Eastern Europe. Another key element of the plan is manpower manipulation. Russia is reportedly using Belarusian territory as a training and staging ground for newly mobilized forces, including units composed of ethnic minorities from within Russia. This reduces domestic political backlash in Russian cities while keeping casualties out of the public eye. Ukrainian intelligence claims that Belarusian facilities are being used to rotate exhausted Russian units, re-equip them, and send them back into combat zones with minimal exposure to international monitoring. Cyber and information warfare also play a massive role. Ukraine's deep intel reveals coordinated disinformation campaigns launched from Belarusian digital infrastructure. These operations target Ukraine, Poland, Lithuania, and even Germany, pushing narratives designed to weaken public support for military aid and create fear of escalation. By operating through Belarus, Russia creates plausible deniability, allowing Moscow to claim it has no direct involvement in these cyber activities. Politically, Russia's strategy is even more sinister. Intelligence assessments suggest that Moscow is deliberately keeping Belarus economically dependent through energy pricing, loans, and controlled trade routes. This dependency ensures that Belarusian leadership has little room to resist Russian demands. At the same time, Russia is quietly replacing key Belarusian military and intelligence officials with figures loyal to Moscow, ensuring long-term obedience even if political leadership changes in the future. Ukraine's analysts warn that Belarus could be used as a launchpad not only for military operations but also for hybrid attacks. These include engineered migrant flows toward European borders, sabotage operations, and covert special forces deployments disguised as local units. Such actions would allow Russia to destabilize the region without triggering a direct military response under international law. Perhaps the most dangerous aspect of the plan is timing. Ukrainian intelligence believes Russia is not rushing. This is a slow burn strategy designed to mature over years. Belarus is being conditioned, reshaped, and militarized gradually so that when Moscow decides to act, the infrastructure, command chains, and political leverage are already in place. This makes any future escalation faster, more coordinated, and harder to counter. For Ukraine, the implications are serious. A fully militarized Belarus threatens Kyiv from the north, forcing Ukraine to spread its defenses thinner. For NATO, it means longer borders to defend and less warning time. For Belarus itself, it means the quiet erosion of sovereignty, with the country becoming a chessboard rather than a player. What makes Ukraine's intelligence exposure so critical is not just what it reveals, but when it reveals it. By bringing these plans into the light now, Ukraine is attempting to disrupt Russia's timeline, force international awareness, and pressure allies to act before the strategy reaches full maturity. Awareness becomes a weapon, and transparency becomes a form of resistance.